Okay. Good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? Good morning, online. Good morning. Okay, so hope everyone are doing good. So what did we discuss in our last class? VBC pairing. Did you complete it? Yes, sir. Practicals? Super. How about you online? How about you online? Yeah. Good. So that was the project. Not the project. It's a VPC practicals. Yeah. So so we have done this yesterday, correct? That too, we used what automation called cloud formation. Which one? Cloud formation. So just to do a little bit small extension here, actually we connected from one VPC to another VPC, correct? And then here you have something called your company. So assume this is your company. Company has what network? Public or private network? Private network. Private network. How are you connecting from company to AWS? Using what? VPN. So from here to here. So we have the VPN. Okay. So how to set up this VPN? Actually, we no need to worry because the VPN need to be set up with the combination of your company network administrator and then AWS. Yes or no? Let's say, for example, if I want to shake hand with this guy, if I just give my hand, is that enough? No, right? So other person also need to show his hand or not in order to do the shake hand. Similarly here also, if a company and AWS want to communicate with each other, so we need the IP address from company, we need the IP address from AWS. AWS IP address, they need to put it in company IP address, we need to put it in AWS. Then only the communication will start happening. Yes or no? You understand the logic? So here to set up the VPN for you, definitely will not get a chance to set up a VPN in real time because by the time you join, already the VPN might have already set up. But just in case if you have joined a startup company or anything, the new thing that you want to set up, in that case you need to set up. At that time, what you need to do? Half thing, only little bit thing you need to do. The rest of the half will be done by the company network administrator. So from AWS point of view, we need to create. From company point of view, network administrator will create. Getting it? So what do we do from the company point of view? From AWS point of view, I'll tell. 3 things you need to do. How many things? 3 things. Number 1, we call it as VPG. Say that. Virtual Private Gateway. Virtual Private Gateway. First, you need to create what here? Virtual Private Gateway. After that, you need to create something called customer gateway. Which one? For AWS, who is the customer here? Your company. So here you need to give the company IP address. Customer gateway is nothing but company IP address. Okay. And the last one, site to site VPN. Say that what we need to create. So these three things you need to create in order to set up the VPN. Understood? So these three things, once you set up these three things, finally a file will come. You just need to download. What do you need to do? Download config file. So just download the config file and give it to whom? Your company network administrator, and he will set it up. So the question here is how to create these three things. It's very easy in VPC. So if you go to VPC, what are the three things we need to create? Say, virtual private gateway. Say that. Second one is customer gateway. Third one is site to site VPN. We need to create this three. So on the left side, we have, do you see this here, VPN category? So what we need to create first? Virtual private gateway. So select it here and then click on create private gateway. Just give the name, my VPG, something like this, and then click on create. My VPG got created. Do we need any information to create? Nothing. And what's the next thing we need to create here? Customer gateway. So click on create customer gateway. You call it as a company gateway. And then here, company will give the IP address or not? Your network administrator will give the IP address. So put that IP address here. Put that IP address here. And then simply click on create. I don't have IP address. I'm not creating it. So now we created two things. What are the two things got created? Customer gateway, and then in the next, what we need to create on here? Site to site VPN connection. So go here, click on create VPN connection and give the name. What did we create? We created virtual private gateway na transit gateway na? Virtual private gateway. So here we created no my VPG, select. Similarly, gateway also you created, right? Customer gateway, I didn't create it. You select that. And that's it. You click on create. Once you click on create VPN, do you see this here option? Download configuration. Download this configuration and give it to whom? Your company network administrator. And based on those things, automatically he will set up the VPN. Understood? So I'll just delete this. Online, clear? So that is how to set up a VPN. Just a quick reference. Okay. And another thing here is, assume that in real time, you have so many VPCs. How many VPCs are there here at the moment? 6 VPCs. So you created the 6 VPCs and I asked you, please do the peering from this to this. So you did the peering. I asked this to this, this to this, this to this, 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 this. Hmm? Mm-hmm. Okay. Sorry, that was done. You know how many combinations are there? A lot of combinations or not? Is it so you'll go mad or not? By doing like this, definitely you'll go mad. So definitely this was the one which we were doing before a few years back. So now you don't need to do like this anymore. So AWS came up with something called transit gateway. Say that. Transit gateway. So this transit gateway, simply what you need to do is, you just need to create a transit gateway. It's just like a hub. Everyone will be connected to whom? Transit gateway. Everyone will be connected to the transit gateway. And in transit gateway, we have the routing tables, no? Based on those routing tables automatically. So you just need to put the routing table here from where to where it should go. So if you want to go from here to here in the transit gateway, you need to do the routes. Remember routes we have done yesterday, route entries? Those kind of route entries we need to do here. So this is an advanced topic. Just want to let you know about this transit. So if you want to do the multiple VPC peering, instead of going manually doing the peering, so what is the concept that you use? Transit gateway. Remember that. Okay. If you are very interested, I'll share one small document. You can try by yourself. Right? Okay. Just in case, if because this is neatly, I have wrote everything. If required, just go into it. Otherwise, not required. Okay. That was the on the VPC. Okay. So, and you have completed the practicals also on the VPC. So today, let's go with the another project. We have been doing a lot of projects till now on AWS. Let's go with another project today. And this time, this project is completely serverless project. Which one? We have been doing server-based projects till now. Yes or no? EC2, RDS, right? And a lot of things, right? Redshift, a lot of things we have done. So this time today we'll go with completely serverless. When I say serverless, it's complete code. Is there any infrastructure there? So when you guys will come into picture, if you want to set up the infrastructure, then they will come to us and ask to set up EC2, RDS, VPC, that, this and everything. But as it is serverless, do we have anything to set up? No. Can you tell me few serverless services in AWS? S3, Lambda, database side, DynamoDB. Redshift is not. What? Red is also server based, no? Elastic Cache. These three is enough for now. Okay. So what are the three things here? S3, Lambda, DynamoDB. See here. This is S3. Okay. So we'll put our application in S3. We'll put the application where? S3. So what we call here, we call it as front-end application. What's that? Now? So does S3 supports, is it possible to have dynamic websites in S3? Answer is no. Dynamic websites, we cannot set it up. We can set up only what type of websites? Static websites. So for that reason here, we'll go with what? HTML. But it also supports something called JavaScript. What it supports? We can use the JavaScript also. Remember, we are setting up what here? JavaScript. So front-end application I'm putting where? In S3. Front-end application we are putting it in S3. And then we have some HTML. And then we have a JavaScript. Okay. And then we have the database. What's the database that we are using in the backend? DynamoDB. Okay, now. DynamoDB. Have you done DynamoDB practicals? So you know how to create a table? So we'll create a table. While creating a table, what is the key that is mandatory? Primary key. So here, the application that I have developed here is the same thing, employee data. What is that? What is that? So I'll show you the application, the front end I'll show you. What it shows is it will ask for employee number, employee name, and then department. Employee number, employee name, and then department. And then click on save. Click on what? Save. Once you click on save, all these things will come and save in the DynamoDB or not? So here I have employee data. What is my table name? What is my table name, Chiti? Employee data. Primary key? Employee ID. Okay. My question for you. Where is my front-end application? S3. S3 is public or private? I'll make it as public. If you want to make it private, we use what? We have done S3 static website hosting with the S3 public bucket. With the private bucket also, we have done the hosting. How? Which one? CloudFront. Very good. So it's up to you. We have done already that project, right? CloudFront project. I showed you. If you want, you can make this S3 public. If you make it S3 public, directly public. But if you don't want S3 to make it public, create it as private. And what you need to do? On top of it, CloudFront you need to set up. It's up to you. You can expand this project if you want. Okay, so S3, we have the front-end application. I'll just quickly show you how does that front-end application look like. This one. What is our company? Boom Company Employee Data. Boom Company Employee Data. So here, what is the thing I'm putting here and here? Tell me. Employee ID, employee name, and then department, salary. And then what I'm pressing here? Button. Save employee data. Which one? Save employee data. So once I click on save employee data, this should go and save in the DynamoDB or not? Yes or no? No. This is going to the, it will save. Okay, that is one thing. Next, what is another button I have here? View all employees. If I click on view all employees, so that this table should come up here. All the employee data should come here or not? Yes or no? So I'm writing it. Writing meaning the first button, and second one is reading it. Reading meaning me here, second button. Okay? Understood? So this is the application that we have developed just for you. Okay? You understand the front-end application now? In that front-end application, whatever that I have designed is through HTML. Whatever that you see this style, that is all HTML. You know, right? HTML. Here, do you need to design it? It is not your responsibility to develop the application. Just to show you the serverless project, I have developed my own stuff and then showing it to you. Okay, but I'll share this application to you. So application is developed using HTML. Using what? HTML. Okay. Now if I click on save. Now I click on save. Does the HTML will collect the entire information and then put it to the database? No, right? HTML is just used for what purpose? Static purpose. And also our S3 also supports only static website. It doesn't connect to the database in the backend. It doesn't connect database to the backend. And by the way, if I click on save, where is the logic written? Where is the logic written? Did I wrote? Is it possible to write the logic in HTML? No. So we cannot have the logic written in the HTML. Yes. So here we have the JavaScript. We'll tell to the JavaScript, hey JavaScript, collect all this information. Whatever the user that you are inputting here, collect this all information. When you click on employee data, hey JavaScript, collect that entire information. But the JavaScript will go and write it to the database directly? No. For that reason, we will be implementing in between something called, where do you create all the logic? Lambda. Where do we create? What do we have? Lambda. Guys, see how I'm developing the project. Lambda functions. By seeing this, can you tell me how many Lambda functions you need to write for this? How many Lambda functions? 2. For what? One is saving, another one is Yes. So here I call it as one is inserting, another one is getting. Agree na? Inserting meaning which one here? Save employee data. When I click on it, it will insert employee data. Say that. Insert employee data. When I click on view all employees, that meaning get employees. What's that? Get employees data. Two functions I need to write. So let's go here and then here write how many functions I need to write? Two functions. What is that? Insert employee data function, and another one is which function? Get the employees function. Got it? So who will talk to whom now? In the backend, who will talk to whom now? Lambda will talk to Dynamo. They'll talk to each other by default. No. So what we need to have? IAM role. Now tell me what is trusted entity? Correct. What is permissions? Dynamo. Backend is done. Setup. Backend setup is done. Okay. Now, in the front end, what are the two things that we have here? HTML and louder. HTML and JavaScript. HTML is just showing the nice colors in the table. JavaScript is the guy who is collecting the information. What is that? Collecting the information. And this S3 is public. Can S3 can directly talk to the Lambda function here? Answer is no. S3 cannot directly talk to the Lambda function. Lambda function, so this JavaScript cannot talk to the Lambda function directly. For that reason here, we are implementing another new service. Service number 62, you remember. And the service name is called API Gateway. Say that. Say that again. API Gateway. So API Gateway, here I'll implement here. Generally, lambdas will not be exposed to outside. It is just like a front door. API Gateway is just like a front door to the AWS. What is the full form of API? Application Program Interface. Do you heard about at least something called REST APIs? So developers, so most of the developers, they know about this REST APIs. So REST APIs meaning simply, it's API meaning it's an interface that two computer systems use to exchange the information securely. Let's say there are two systems are there, two computers. So they want to exchange the information securely over the internet. Right? So they'll use what here? APIs. What they use? APIs. That is what REST APIs. What is that? You don't need to worry about the REST APIs concept because developers will develop the REST APIs. But here, which is the service in AWS where we can host these REST APIs? API Gateway. Say that down here. Lambda is not exposed to the internet. And Lambda or RDS is not exposed to the internet. DynamoDB is not exposed to the internet. So if anyone wants to talk to AWS through API. So to whom they need to talk in AWS? API Gateway. So outside application which is in internet, they will use this APIs. That APIs will come to the API Gateway, and API Gateway is the one which will be forwarding to the backend services. Okay, now API Gateway will be forwarding to which service here in the backend? Lambda. API Gateway can also forward to all AWS services. But here my requirement is API Gateway need to talk to whom? Lambda. So what is the service that we have here? API Gateway. Okay. In API Gateways, I'm talking about a little bit of programming. So we have something called methods. What is that? When you are inserting the data, can we call the method is post. Can we call the method called post? And when you're retrieving, what's the method? Get. Which one? Get. What are the two methods we need to create in the API gateway? One is post, another one is get. What are these two called? Methods. What are these two called? Methods. Understood? Why we have only two? Because our application need only two methods. One is inserting, another one is getting it. So for inserting here, we use which method here? Post method. And then for retrieving, we use which method? Get method. And now, whenever you create a API gateway, that meaning here we use something called deploy API. Which one? It will give you the URL. What's that? It will give the URL. Now that URL, you need to put it into the JavaScript. Now at the S3 need to talk to, see, S3 need to talk to whom? API gateway. S3 need to talk to whom here? API gateway. So S3 meaning who will talk? Does the HTML will talk? No, HTML is static. Who is something here? A little bit JavaScript is there, right? So in this JavaScript, what I put? I'll put my API URL. What I put? Now see. API gateway will talk to whom? Lambda. Now see. I opened this. User wrote employee 1000. Employee name, let's say myself. Department, police. I don't look like that, but salary 20,000. Okay, not police. Now it is better. IPS. All right. So example. So now if I click on save employee. So now here HTML is helping you to just hold the information. Does it process? It will not process. Now if I click on save employee data, in HTML we have something called on-click functionality. What is that? On-click. So when I click on on-click, this guy is right, JavaScript will come up. And then JavaScript will come up and then it will take all this information. How many information it will take? How many fields are there here? 4. These all 4 fields will be picked up by whom? JavaScript. And in this JavaScript, we have put what URL? API URL. What URL? API URL. So whenever you click save employee data, this JavaScript will take these 4 fields information and then that will get a post. Because what you're doing here, saving it. So it will post. That meaning the request, the APIs, the request will be sent to whom? Post method. So post will collect the entire information. And then anyways, API gateway we have integrated with whom? Lambda. API gateway, what we have? We have integrated. Say that. So API gateway is integrated with whom? Lambda. In Lambda already we have created 2 functions. What are those 2 functions? Insert employee data, get. When the post request is coming, tell me which Lambda function I need to trigger. Insert. And insert employee data, here how many fields are there? In the post, how many fields are there? 4 fields. These 4 fields will be put into this insert employee data. Insert meaning it's an insert query we write, no? Insert values into, we'll put by how many values? 4 values. And this insert employee data will take it. And then anyways, we have integrated this and then in this Lambda function, I have done the connection to whom? DynamoDB. So that 4 values will be going and inserting into this DynamoDB table. Got it? Now in DynamoDB table already, what is the table I've created? Employee data. And what's the employee ID? What's the primary key? Employee ID. But did I employee ID only the column I have created? Did I created name, department, salary in DynamoDB? No. but that is the NoSQL concept where columns are getting created automatically. So from the application, what are the rest three columns that we are generating? Name, department, and then salary. So those things will get created automatically in the table, and the four values will be added inside the table. Now in the table, we have the four values. Now I click on view all employees. I click on view all. When I click on view all employees from the S3 here from front end, now the request will go to where, whom first? API gateway. Which method will execute now? Get. Which method? Get method. We are retrieving it, right? Get method. And then get method will call which Lambda function? Get employees. And get employees will go and call the which database? DynamoDB, where you have four values, right? That four values will be displayed over here again. This is the project. Understood? Online is clear. We can add security tokens. We can add Naveen. Yeah. And do you see this here? As I told you, S3 bucket, I make it as what? Public. I make it as what? Public. If you want to make it private, yes, you can make it private. But if you, how do you host it? CloudFront. How do you host it here? CloudFront. So first it will hit the CloudFront. CloudFront will give the nasty URL, right? CloudFront will give the nasty URL. So, CloudFront. How do you do the makeup the nasty URL? Route 53. Remember we have done Route 53? Yes. And then we have the user. So user will talk to whom? User will talk to Route 53. User will talk to Route 53. Route 53 will talk to CloudFront, and CloudFront will talk to S3, and S3 will talk to API Gateway to Lambda, Lambda to DynamoDB. So in this, how many services I have integrated in this project? Number one, tell me one by one. Route 53, CloudFront, S3, API Gateway, Lambda, DynamoDB, IAM. How many services? 7 services. What is a project? Project is a combination of services. We have done already so many projects before. That's also combinations, right? These are okay. Can you tell me anywhere in this line, anywhere in this architecture, did we use any server here? Everything is serverless or not? Route 53 is serverless. CloudFront is serverless. S3 is serverless. API Gateway serverless. Lambda function serverless. DynamoDB is also serverless. And that's why I name this as a serverless project deployment. How to set up a serverless project deployment in AWS is like this. Okay. Now you understood, right? Now you tell me the steps, what needs to be created first and next. First, what we create? First, I'll go with what? Dynamo. Let's go from backend. Dynamo. Next. Come from back. Before Lambda, we need one more. Role. Before Lambda, so we need to create what? Role. Next. Lambda. Next. 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 CloudFront. Next. Okay. This CloudFront Route 53 we have done already. So I'll just go with the S3 private, public. Online is clear. So I draw the diagram, but I'll just copy a few things here. What is RESTful API? Okay. Do you see this here? RESTful API, an interface that two computer systems use to exchange information securely over the internet. So most business applications have to communicate with other third-party, internal third-party application to perform various tasks. In that case, they will go for REST API concept. So API gateway, as I told you, that it's a front door. What is that? It's a front door for the applications to access data, business logic, or functionality from the backend services. So it's just like a door, front door. Your home is there, right? You have the front door, right? If I access the front door, can I access everything inside or not? I can access your fridge, I can access your whatever I can access, kitchen, everything I can access, right? Similarly, here also, this API gateway acts like a front door. In AWS, we have what? Services. If you want to get the data, get it from S3. If you want to get the data, get it from the databases in the backend. The front door is what? API gateway. So client will send a REST APIs. Who will receive the REST APIs? API gateway will receive the REST APIs, and then that request will be proxy sent integrated with whom? Lambda. Lambda will process, and then the logic will be written in the Lambda. All CRUD operations. CRUD operations meaning create, read, update, delete. All these things will be happening in the DynamoDB from the Lambda function. So a Lambda function will be triggered by whom? API gateway. Triggered by API gateway. Who will be calling the API gateway? JavaScript. And JavaScript will be triggered by whom? HTML. Super. See this diagram for a couple of minutes, and then we'll do this project. And after seeing this, I'll show you the code also, front-end code. JavaScript code, HTML code, and then Dynamo, Lambda, Python. Which one we are using here? Python. Python functions, I'll show you. Meanwhile, see that. Try to fix it in your brain. Oh, I didn't share cloud formation templates, no? How did you complete it then? Huh? Use ChatGPT? Huh? Wow. You're using AI, huh? AWS with AI. Nice. Very good. I was thinking I was, okay. Good, but I'll share that mine things also. So now you understood how to take it from ChatGPT, modify according to your needs, and then run it? Very nice. It's clear for you? Should we do it? So what are the steps? First, let's go with the Dynamo. Okay, before I go to the Dynamo, should I show you the code? Okay, you tell me, I'll show you the code. Which code you want me to show? You want JavaScript, huh? Which one you want to? So how many codes are there here? How many files totally? Huh? One is HTML. Second, JavaScript. Third, insert employee data. Fourth, get employees. Four. Okay. So first I'll show the HTML for you. Design. There is nothing today. There is nothing there. Some CSS. And then it says here, boom, company employee data. If you want to change, you can change your own company. Employee ID, name, department, salary. Right? And then submit button. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Enter in. Okay. That is one thing. What is the next thing? JavaScript, no? So this is the JavaScript. What is the first line? API endpoint. And this is the API endpoint that we need to put. So I need to delete this and we'll put our own stuff. Okay. So that's API endpoint. And then here, I have here two requests here. The first document, this one till here is what? Post. And the second one is what here? Get. So these are all two on-click functions from the JavaScript. So employee ID, name, department, salary. It will gather the information and will send to whom? API endpoint. Okay. And similarly here also, but it says what here? Get employees. This one, save employees. Only two. Okay. This is a JavaScript. Don't worry much on this code. I'll share this code to you. Okay. Next. Insert employee Python function is there. So import what is that? Bodo 3. So DynamoDB table. What's the table? It is employee data. So we will creating the same table name. Otherwise, matching will not happen, right? So which service you are calling here? DynamoDB. And what's the table you are calling here? Employee data. And whatever the JavaScript is passing, employee ID, name, department, salary, everything will go and sit inside these fields. And then what it will do? It will do the put item. What it will do? DynamoDB what method? Put, right? Yes, yes, Naveen. So put item. So whatever the values that you have this, everything will get inserted into the DynamoDB table. Okay. And another one is what here? Get employees. Which one? Same thing. So you are calling DynamoDB. In which region you are calling here? AP South 1. And what's the table name? Employee data. And then table dot scan. Scan is nothing but select star from table. And then it will get all the items and it will show in your table here. Return this variable data is returned. Okay. Understood the code? Should we go and start deploying this project? Okay, let's go one by one. So I'll not be telling anything because we have covered all the services except API gateway here. So you keep on telling, I'll be doing it. Okay, na? So you'll be doing half practicals here itself with your eyes. Okay, so let's go. What's the first thing? DynamoDB. Make sure that everything is in Mumbai. Okay. Tell me. Create table. Table name. What's the table name exactly we use? It should be same, right? Employee. And by the way, and I also wrote nice instructions to you here. But I don't want you to follow these instructions. So you do it first, like how you did the VPC yesterday. So if there's something is missing, then you come and see it here, right? So what is the name here? Employee data. No, it's not, Kiran. employee data. And partition key, employee ID. So remember, partition key is employee ID, and make sure that it goes with the string. Employee ID is string. Many people have a habit here going with the number, but application is not designed with the number, it's designed with the string. Do you have any short key here? No need. Next here, you tell me, customize, standard, here, on demand, provisioned. Provisioned, here, of how much? Here, of 1. Let's go and create table. So employee spelling mistakes, please check it. Employee data, employee ID. DynamoDB backend done. Next, IAM role. Let's go to IAM. Go to roles. Click on create role. Trusted entity. Lambda. Next, and then permissions. DynamoDB. And then 9 a.m. Serverless. Okay. Serverless watch. Something. A role. Okay. And then click on create role. Okay. Role got created. Next. Let's go with the Lambda functions. Let's go. Lambda. Create function. And then function name. So function name, you give the best same name because the same names I have given in the entire code. So which one will go for? First one, insert employee data. So function name, insert employee data, and this one should be Python. Permissions, use existing, and here which one? 9 a.m. server. Create function. Okay, and we need to copy paste the entire code or not? So let's go. Come on, Lambda. Okay, so let's take out this and we'll put our set. I'll copy it everything and then paste it. Okay, so table name is employee data, DynamoDB, and all the values I'm passing it here. And click on what here? Deploy. Okay, successfully deployed. So we need to create one more. So the name is it employees. And here is Python. Use existing role. This guy, create function. And then get functions. Grab it. Take out and then paste it. And then click on deploy. Successfully deployed. Okay, what's the next step? Next, go for API. Guys, if you understand the logic, it will be real easy. The project is nothing. In real time also, assume that if I have given this project to complete, so people will take so many sprints. Remember sprints concept? Sprint in DevOps. Yes or no? Starting days, I told you about sprints concept. Yes, right? Okay, don't worry, I'll tell. In demo classes, we discuss about, right? Agile method, agile sprints, right? So they will take a lot of sprints to complete this, but we can do it in few minutes, right? Yeah. So let's go for what here? API gateway. That one bionic thing we need to do here is, here we need to enable cars. What we need to enable? Very, very important. People will forget this. So we need to enable, otherwise it will not work. Remember that. Enable. And I might also forget, please remind me. Okay. Let's go with the API gateway. Okay. So make sure that you are in Mumbai. And which one we need to create? HTTP API, WebSocket, or REST API? REST API, this one. So click on here, build. New API or existing clone API? New API. REST API, you can give any name. There's no issues here. The instructions. Okay. So here employee, so name REST API gateway. So here I given what? Employee. You can give any name. There is no issues at all. I'm just giving. So in the naming convention, it is good to give the right naming convention based on the project. Otherwise, there might be so many API, REST APIs will be there, you will get confused. So give the proper naming conventions. And then API endpoint type here, I'll go with edge optimize. Which one? So this API gateway, my application will be used from many places, right? It's not only from Mumbai. Now I'll paste that URL to online people. There are so many people from US also, they will try to access it. So it is better to go with the regional edge optimized. Edge optimized. So that everyone can able to access. Now click on here, create API. Okay. So once you click on create API, okay. Once you click on create API, and here we have a resource called what? Slash. So here we need to go and click create a method. What we need to create? Method. So let's go and click on create method. How many methods we need to create? 2. What are those? Post and get. So now method type, which one? These are all the methods that we have. Based on your application architecture, you need to create the methods. So here, which one we need to select? Post. Now, you are integrating with whom? Lambda, right? You're integrating with what? Lambda function. And then where is your Lambda function? In Mumbai. Which function I need to select here for post? Insert. Which one? Insert. Employee data. So be careful. If you select Ulta, it will not insert. The values will not insert. So here, insert employee data. Select it. Rest keep it. And then click on here. Create method. So, and do you see here post method got created here? So we need to create one more method or not? So how to do that? So click on this slash, it will come up again and the post is created, and then click on here, create. And this time, which one I need to select here? Get. Okay. Lambda function. And then here, which one I need to select here? Get employees. So we created get, and then we created what here? Post. So now we need to enable the cards. We need to enable the cards. So before that, you see get here. If you go inside the get, so get meaning we are API gateway is talking to which service in the backend? Lambda. And Lambda is talking to which? DynamoDB, right? So you can test this method is properly connecting or not. right? So do you see here a test option here? So do I need to pass any values here? It is just get, right? If it is post, I need to pass the values. 4 values I need to pass. For get, it is just for retrieving purpose. We no need to pass the values here. So for that reason, if you click on, just click on next, let's see whether it is getting connected in the backend and it is showing. What is the status it's showing? 200. 200 meaning success status code. So it is going in the backend and then connecting it. So here you see it uses the resource path and then it connected to the Lambda in the backend, right? And then see get employees is invocation is happening, and then yeah, successfully completed execution. Method completed with status 200. So that meaning in the backend it is connecting properly. So if you now we can ask, sir, can I test the post? You can test it, but what you need to do, you need to pass the values. Okay, fine. So now let's go up, and then what we need to do, we need to enable cards. Click on here, and which one? Get, and then post. Save. So whenever you enable the cards, automatically one options method will come. It is optional. So options optional. So that will come automatically. You know to worry about it. Just a mock integration type. Okay, it's not actual integration, it's a mock. So now we are done with this. We are done with the API gateway, and now what we need to do, we need to deploy API. What we need to do now? Deploy API. Click on here, deploy API, and then here we have something called stages. Say that stage. Stage meaning here your code is one, and you can have multiple prod, dev, test, and we have different environments will be there or not. So you can use this, and then you can create multiple environments. So it's not about environment also. It's basically different isolations. So here I'm just giving a stage name called employee API, or whatever you want. Give the name and click on here what? Deploy. Once I click on deploy, it will generate the URL. That is what I wrote it here. Deploy API, and it will generate the URL. Let's go and click on deploy. Once I click on deploy, do you see this invoke URL? This is ready. Employee API is ready. Okay. Now I got the URL. Now this URL, where should I put? Very good, in the JavaScript. So let's open our project, and then let's open our scripts. On the top here, I need to paste it and save it. Many people will not save it. They'll just paste it and they leave it. Save it. Good. What's the next step? Let's go with the S3 bucket. So we'll go with the S3 bucket here, and you want me to go with the publica privata? You want with CloudFront or without CloudFront? With or without? Huh? With what you have not done practicals? CloudFront? Huh? With CloudFront? Chalo. Taking it? Okay, so you want me to expand this project? Okay, fine. So let's expand this project going with what here? CloudFront. Let's go with the CloudFront as per your request. Okay. So we go with the CloudFront. Otherwise, simply what I can do? Create a public bucket to throw all my files inside it, enable the static website routing, start accessing it. Done. So you're making me to put more effort here. Let's go and create a CloudFront. So before that, we'll create a S3 what bucket? Private bucket, and upload all our files. Yeah, let's go. S3. Okay. Let me delete this. I was teaching Kubernetes for other batch. Just keep that word in your mind. KOps. Say that. KOps. Kubernetes operations. Or that? Okay. Yes, Devas will start. Yes, Naveen. Okay, let's go and click on create bucket. Okay, let's do one thing. As you requested to enable CloudFront, now I'll integrate one more service on top of it. Let's go with ACM also. HTTPS certificate. Okay. But you don't need to do that ACM wala because you don't have a domain. Right? You can do it till the CloudFront. In CloudFront will give nasty URL, no? So that nasty URL, you need to use it. Right? But that nasty URL, I'll make up in the Route 53 and also I'll use the ACM certificate for HTTPS. So my project is completely successful or complete full-fledged of project. Okay, let's go with that also. So what is my domain name, if you remember? RiazAWStrainer.com, right? RiazAWStrainer.com. Okay. Yeah, this is later real-time project that you can put it in resume also. Bucket name. What is the website name? boom.riazawstrainer.com. This website is okay, na? Or else employee.riazawstrainer.com. That one you want. Tell me one name. Huh? Boom, huh? Okay. So let's create a bucket also with the same name. boom.riazawstrainer.com. Remember, this is our website. So we'll go with the public or private. Private. ACS, disable, everything, make it strict, and then click on create bucket. And then go inside. And then what we do? Abhiram, boom.employees. I don't have that domain called employees.com, right? So this is mandatory. This is the domain I have purchased. This is mandatory. And this one is optional. Whichever you want to put, you can put it. Okay, we need to upload now. What are the things I need to upload? 1, 2, 3, JavaScript. Enough, no? This 4, upload. Python files not required. Correct, right? So Python files are not required. So only 2 files. Yeah. But if you want to store it, you can need it. There is no harm in it. Right? So, but I don't want to store. Just keep only these 2 files. Index.html and then scripts.js. Okay. Do you enable any public access for this? Do you enable static website hosting? No, not required. So what is the next step? Let's go for CloudFront. So before going to the CloudFront, I need to set up ACM. I need to set up ACM. But if you click on create CloudFront distribution, and I told you on that day, ACM need to be created in which region? North Virginia, correct. So many people, I told you on that day also, will create it in Mumbai, and then that certificate will not come here all the time. It will not come here. It clearly says the certificate must be in North Virginia region. Do you have any certificate here now? No, let's go and create a certificate. So let's go and create a certificate first. And let's go to which one? ACM. Certificate Manager. And then here, North Virginia. Click on Request. Click on next. And what is the domain name here? I go with star.riaz because star meaning I can put boom also, employees also, I can put anything. Same certificate I can use it. So click on here, request. So once I click on here, request, it is pending validation. Go inside this. And then here, what we need to create? We need to create a records in Route 53. So if we click on it, automatically it will create. Click on create records. So record got created. And then if you see in a while, this will be issued. Do you see here? Now it is issued. My certificate is ready now. Nice. Now let's go to where? CloudFront. Where do we go? CloudFront. Let's go and create a distribution now. Create a distribution. So origin, which one? S3, right? So if you have API gateway also, you can, no problem, you can go. But in this requirement, we should not go for the API gateway. So because our front end is in S3. So go with the S3 here. And then here, first or second or third? Second. And then we need to create a new OSC. So boom. I think I already have it. So if you click on create also, it will, so do you see they have so many OSs that I have created before. So I did this many times, right? So let's go with this. What is the bucket name? boom.riazawstrainer.com. So I'll be using this here. Okay. And what do you need to do here? Create. I have so many things. That's why I'm using directly, or else you can go and click on create new OS. Okay. And then let's see whether that will throw error because the existing one, let's see. So next, all these are all fine. Here I'll go with the, okay, get head is fine. HTTPS is fine. All these are all fine. So no WAF, edge location is fine. And here CNAME it what? What is my, what is that? My website name, boom.riazawstrainer.com. And SSL certificate. Now it is showing my certificate here. Select that. What is my root object? Index.html. The same thing, no? In S3 also we have what? Index.html. That's it. Everyone clear how to set up CloudFront? And click on here, create distribution. And this will give you what? S3 bucket policy, copy this policy and then put it in S3. Go to permissions and here this guy and this, save changes. Okay, so let's wait until this is deployed. And now what we have is a nasty URL or not? And what we do, I do this makeup meaning which service I'll go? Route 53. Okay, and then hosted zone, this one, you go and create a record. What's the name? Boom. And then that is getting still creating, right? So alias yes. What's the endpoint? CloudFront distribution. Do you see this here? Where did I create the distribution? Okay, it's CloudFront is global, no? CloudFront is global. That's the reason why here there is no option to select the region. So this is the thing that we have selected. I'll go with what? Simple routing. And if you want to make this project even bigger, what we do? Can we do the failover routing policy? Create one more S3 bucket, put a maintenance page. Right? And then click on here, create a record. So where status? Guys, do you all understood how to set up this entire project? Clear? Online? Offline? Clear? Any questions? So let it deploy. Once it is deployed, we can start accessing it. Any questions meanwhile? How many days we completed? 60. I need those who are enrolled recording, they know, right? 62. Today 62. Huh? If you have hundreds of REST APIs in the backend, every time need to go in the API and write. Right. Yes, exactly. That's the thing. Yes, Pranjal. Guys, do you see this here? Now it's deployed. Correct, Santosh. So let's go and try to access it. What's that? boom.riazaws.trainer.com. HTTP, this is HTTPS. Wow. Do you see? Application is up and this is on HTTP. Yes. Okay. Now application is good. Up is running, but we need to insert. No, our logically should work, right? Okay, let's go. Employee ID 1000. Who is the first lucky guy? Huh? Myself. Huh? Okay. Okay. Department, DNA, salary 10,000. Feeling. Okay. Something. And then click on here, save. If I click on save, that entire flow should happen. Let's do. Wow, what it says? Employee data saved. So now if I click on view, I should get my that record or not? Let's see. Wow. Some nice people already, intelligent people already entered. Online, please open that and then insert your values. And then let's see and how fast it is. You see? Online. And open that and then enter your values and see. Let's see. Tejas entered. If they see these testing people see these kind of values, no, huh? They'll come running to you and they'll hit and go. Okay, do you see people are adding? See, Santosh, huh? Manoj, Rajat, Kiran, Wave. So guys, do you understood? Everything is happening or not? So this is how the project will be done in the real time. In the real time, this will not be the way that they'll be doing it, but It will take a lot of time. Each and everything. One guy will create one S3 bucket. Another guy will create Dynamo. Another guy will create CloudFront, and it'll take a lot of time. So in the real time, it'll take a lot of time. But here, as you are super experts on this, you can do it just like that. So we've, oh, do you see so many people started accessing? Abhi, cloud engineer. Oh, so many, huh? 8 crore, huh? He's US guy, no? You'll get. What is this Bully Raju? Who is that Bully Raju? Blockbuster Pongal. Pongal is gone, no? Okay. Nice. All right. Okay. So fine. So do you all understand the real time thing that we did here? So we'll able to do this project? Ah, okay. You're asking coding, huh? So here, how the HTML is getting integrated with the JavaScript. So in HTML, they'll call that JavaScript. Script.js. Okay, na? Script src script.js. Okay. So guys, take the screenshot of this. And then please complete this project. Which, okay, take it. Okay. Feels like full stack developer. Okay, as you did a little bit JavaScript and then serverless project. Huh? Nice. Okay. Nice. Nana. So once you are done with it, so till where you need to do, till CloudFront you do it. So that ACM you cannot do it. Remember that. Okay. So I'll be sharing this to you. And tomorrow we'll go with one more major blockbuster project. Tomorrow we'll go with very big project. And that is a 3-tier architecture deployment project. Okay. Do not miss it at all. So, and then those who have not done the VPC, so please go with the VPC, complete the practice, because tomorrow we will set up our own VPCs and we'll be deploying everything, our own stuff there. And this today is serverless, right? Tomorrow we'll go with the server-based projects. That too 3-tier. Very important project. Okay. And these kind of projects, you can put it in your resumes. Okay. Super. And don't miss the class. Okay. So once you are done with this, what we need to do now? So first disable it. It'll take a lot of time to get it disabled, and then delete the buckets. DevOps with AWS and AWS developer course. I told you, no, guys, this course is like jumbo. It's a full package. Lucky. Yeah, Shine, I'll check it. So, and then clean up API gateways. API gateway is gone. S3 is gone. ACM will not be then, and then Lambda functions. Lambda functions is gone. Roles are fine. And let's. Okay, guys, do you see? As we have 4 minutes, do you see this employee data in DynamoDB? So we have insert. There's some lot of data that we have insert, right? Can you tell me how to check that data here in the backend? Explore table items, and do you see this data in DynamoDB on that day, guys? On that day, we created it manually or not? Now, do you see this? This is how from from application they add the values like this. Okay, just wanted to show you. Delete. Okay, online, can you get the final CC for today, please? And I'll upload those application, that code into the Google Classroom. Please complete it, okay? CC, please. So that is all for today. Let's connect tomorrow with the next project. Until then, take care, guys. See you tomorrow. Don't miss the class. Bye-bye.